Tattooed Warrior Monk. Magic Tattoos. Level 3, gain magic tattoos described by features of subclass. Tattoos appear. Oh, this is the one that I was hoping was took cues from what was it? Oh, Wild Heart. That you could like change options and stuff like that. Level 3, Magic Tattoos. Gain the magic tattoos described by other features and subclass. Tattoos appear on your body wherever you wish. Damage or injury doesn't impair your magic tattoo's function. Magic tattoos depiction can look like a brand, scarification, a birthmark, patterns of scale, or any other cosmetic alteration. The tattoo effects require a saving throw, the DC 8 plus Wisdom mod, plus proficiency bonus, spellcasting ability for spells granted by tattoo is Wisdom. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can reshape one of your magic tattoos, changing the option. Okay, so you can change out at a long rest, which is one of the things I was hoping for. Okay, level 3 Beast Tattoos. Gain 2 animal tattoos. Choose 2 tattoos. Oh, so it looks like it's going to work like... Although you get more options, I feel like they might just want to bump the usability of some of these and just do one option. Otherwise, because you get 2 at 3, only 1 at 11, 1 at 17. So it would make sense to just make these a little bit more powerful. Oh, sorry, you gain 1 at 6. So it would make sense to have level 3 make the options a little bit more powerful and have it just be 1. Bat. You know the Dancing Lights cantrip. When you expend 1 focus point to use Patient Defense or Step the Wind, you gain Blind Sight to a range of 10 feet for 1 minute. Okay. Alright. Butterfly. You know the Light cantrip. You can spend 1 focus point to cast Silent Image without material components. What are the material components for Silent Image? Spells. Yes. Silent Image. A bit of fleece. Hooey. So, I I guess just so you don't have to. I okay. I guess it's so you have a free hand. I think that's what this actually means. Without the material components, you don't need to be holding something in your hand. Chameleon, you know the minor illusion cantrip. You can spend 1 focus point to cast Disguise Self. That's kind of neat. I like that one. Crane, you know the guidance cantrip. When you miss a creature with an attack granted by your flurry of blows, you have advantage on attack rolls for any remaining unarmed strike with the use of flurry of blows. That's probably too good. Because at level 11, you get 3 flurry of blows instead of the 2. Which granted, most games don't go that high, but I don't know. The Crane seems off. And again, and this is my same problem with earlier, is like you get something when you miss. Why not get something in general, not just when you miss? Okay, Horse. You know the message cantrip. You can expend 1 focus point to cast Longstrider without material components. All right, what does Longstrider do? I swear, if it's just oh, I'm faster now, it's gonna be that, isn't it? It's gonna be that. Longstrider. Touch creature. The creature's speed increases by 10 feet until the spell ends. That's what is like when you're a monk. What you're really hurting for is 10 feet of movement. Spider, you know the mending cantrip. When you hit a creature with an attack granted by your flurry of blows, the creature has disadvantage on its next attack roll before the start of your next turn. So this is what, putting sap into your flurry of blows? Hit a creature with an attack granted by your flurry of blows. I'm pretty sure flurry of blows doesn't all have to be against the same target, right? Flurry of blows, you can spend 1 focus point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. Okay, yeah. So hit 2 targets and put this is essentially mastery sap for your flurry of blows. Honestly, if they had gone more in that direction and done the masteries with the beast tattoos into your flurry of blows, I think that would have been more interesting than a lot of these. Tortoise, you know the Spare the Dying cantrip. You can spend 1 focus point to cast False Life without material components. False Life, I believe, is just temp HP, right? 2d4 plus 4 temp HP. Yep. Wait, what? You can expend 1 to cast False Life. Alright. I missed where they probably talk about the level of the spell somewhere. Because False Life, when you use a higher level spell slot, is this always just the first level spell slot? Like, it's 1 focus point, so I'm assuming that. Okay. Like, it's, for a monk, decent. Give yourself some temp HP, basically a minor heal. So you can spend 1 focus point to cast False Life without material components. Alright, yeah. It's basically just a minor heal for yourself. Well, I guess you could use it on an ally also. Nope. No, you can't. Range of Self for False Life. Alright, Celestial Tattoo, number 6, or level 6. gain one of these options. Comet, spend 2 focus points to cast Find Traps. If it's what I'm thinking of, they better have changed it from 5e. You sense any trap within range that is within line of sight. A trap for the purpose of this spell includes any object or mechanism that was created to cause damage or other danger. Thus, the spell would sense the alarm or glyph of warding spell or a mechanical pit trap, but wouldn't reveal a natural weakness in the floor and unstable ceiling. The spell reveals that a trap is present, but not its location. It didn't change. Oh boy, can I? I can spend 2 focus points to know there's a trap nearby and not anything else. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This is a screw. This has to be a screw you from a developer to players. That's the only thing I can think of. Crescent Moon. You can spend 2 focus points to cast Misty Step. Now that is useful. Wait, maybe it's not. Hold on. Misty Step. What's the distance on Misty Step? Range of 30 feet. All right. So 2 focus points on Misty Step. Now let's look at the monk, because they changed how Step of the Wind works. You can take the dash action as a bonus action. Alternatively, you can expend 1 focus point to take both the disengage and dash actions as a bonus action, and your jump distance is doubled for the turn. And at level 6, your speed as a monk is plus 15. And what do you... Is it 20 or 25 that you start with? Hold on. What is the speed of, like, a human? Speed, 30 feet. Okay. So your speed as a monk is 45 feet at this level. For 1 point, for 1 focus point, you can step the wind to dash, so that's 90 feet of movement, and you get the disengage on top of it, versus 30 feet. Am I reading that right? Like, granted, there's teleporting, but what level is it that you run up walls? I think that's not till, like, 9. Yeah, acrobatic movement at level 9. So at level 6, they... Oh, man! It's... Like, granted, I'm sure Misty Step could be useful, but this seems... Like, these first 2 options are rough. Eclipse. You can spend 2 focus points to cast Invisibility without material components. That is useful. All right, so we're 3 options in, and we found our first useful one. And then Sunburst, you spend 2 focus points to cast Lesser Restoration. Let's double check what that is. You touch a creature and 1 condition on it: blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. I guess that's somewhat useful. Find traps I don't like out of principle. Like, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't like it. Misty Step on a monk, flavorful, but not mechanically relevant as far as I can tell. Like, because even if there's a gap, you got a huge amount of distance, your jump distance is doubled. It's just, yeah, it's not good. So Eclipse seems like the only worthwhile option on this. Level 11, Nature Tattoo. You gain the additional magic tattoo depicting a natural feature. Choose a tattoo from the following options. Mountain. As a magic action, you can expend 3 focus points to gain resistance to acid damage and advantage on Constitution saving throws for 1 minute. Okay. Storm. As a magic action, you can expend 3 focus points to gain resistance to lightning damage. Oh, so this is just lightning resistance and dex saves, fire resistance, strength saves, cold resistance, wisdom save. Why is cold resistance wisdom save? Yeah, whatever. This is okay. Honestly, all of these, they're all basically exactly the same. If you know what you're going into, I feel like these things should be more, like, prevalent, is you have your options, you can prepare for knowing what's up ahead. So there's more of an emphasis on learning about what you're getting into before you do it. I feel like this is one of the better options we've seen in this playtest. Level 17 Monster Tattoo. Beholder, you have a fly speed of 10 feet and can hover. Additionally, you can expend 3 focus points to cast Counterspell. Wait a second. Did they not think this through? Because... Okay, no, I think the wording has changed. Speed increase. Unarmored movement, your speed increases by 10 feet while you aren't wearing armor. Wielding shield, this bonus increases when you reach certain levels. So guess this doesn't specifically, this unarmored movement specifically doesn't affect climb speeds or swim speeds. So it wouldn't affect the climb, it wouldn't affect the fly speed, I think. Okay, so it looks like unarmored movement does not apply to the 10 feet. So it wouldn't bump you at level 17 to 35 fly speed. You can still bonus action dash for 20 feet of fly speed. Blink Dog. When you expend a focus point to use Patient Defense, you can expend 3 focus points to cast Blink immediately after that bonus action. Alright, what is Blink? Roll 1d6 at the end of each of your turns. For the duration, on a roll of 4 to 6, you vanish. It's a 50% chance to vanish. Okay, well, on the ethereal plane, you can perceive the plane you left, which is cast in shades of gray, but you can't see anything there more than 60 feet away. You can affect and be affected only by other creatures on the ethereal plane, and creatures on the other plane can't perceive you unless they have special ability that lets them perceive things on the ethereal plane. You return to the other plane at the start of your next turn, and when the spell ends, if you are on the ethereal plane, you return to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within 10 feet of the space you left. If no unoccupied space is available within the range, Blink is a strange one. So it's like a 10-foot blip when it happens. It's interesting, but can also be problematic when you're actually playing it. But mechanically, thematically, this seems fine. Displacer Beast. When you expend a focus point to use Flurry of Blows or Step the Wind, you can expend 2 focus points to cast Mirror Image immediately after that bonus action. Oh, yikes. Now this is a capstone feature. Oh, Mirror Image. 3 illusory duplicates of yourself appear in your space. Until the spell ends, duplicates move with you, mimic your actions, shifting position to possibly track which image is real. Each time a creature hits you with an attack roll during the spell's duration, roll a d6 for each of your remaining duplicates. If any of the d6s rolls a 3 or higher, one of the duplicates is hit. Oh, this has changed. Is hit instead of you, and the duplicate is destroyed. The duplicates otherwise ignore all other damage and effects. The spell ends when all 3 duplicates are destroyed. A creature is unaffected by the spell if it has the blinded condition, blind sight, or true sight. Yeah, you just need to roll a 3 or higher. So there's a what? 4 and 6, so 66% chance that your mirror image is going to be hit. Spend a focus point to use Patient Defense. Oh wait, I'm reading the wrong one. When you expend a focus point to use Flurry of Blows or Step of the Wind. So Displacer Beast is just strong. Is there another option up there? Nope. Okay. Guardian Naga. When you would be reduced to 0 hit points but not killed outright, your hit points instead change to a number equal to twice your monk level. This is straight up the feature from the Barbarian. Once you use this benefit, you can't use it again until you finish long rest. So you go from 0 to 34 HP at minimum. This is straight up the Barbarian feature. Displacer Beast is very strong. Guardian Naga is pretty good. You can only have one at a time. The Holder is kind of meh, because unless you're in like a big open space and need to go straight up, at this level you're already, what, let's see. What is your speed? Level 17. Plus 25 feet on top of a speed of 30 feet to begin with. So you're 55 feet. And you can run along water and vertical surfaces and stuff like that. So I don't see Beholder being useful. And Blink Dog is 3 focus points for Blink. But I feel like you get more out of just using Patient Defense. So you can take the dodge action. Like Blink might not has a 50% chance of not going off. 1 point. So you could take. Hold on, let me double check. When you expend a focus point on Patient Defense, you can spend 3 focus points on Blink. So this is a 4 cost total. Or you could use Patient Defense 4 turns in a row for the same cost, which gives you disengage also, so you back up and you're still dodging. Beholder and Blink Dog I don't think are useful. Displacer Beast I'd say is probably the strongest, since Guardian Naga is a one-off. All the level 11 nature tattoos are good. You just need to know what you're going into. Level 6, Comet bad, Crescent Moon bad, Eclipse is strong, Sunburst is highly situational. You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb. Hot take. I think Sunburst isn't good. Because unless you know something is going to be causing blind and deafened, stuff like that, there's no reason to prepare it. And then you can change it out after a long rest. Wait, you can't. Let me double check. Finish on. You can reshape one of your magic tattoos, changing the option you choose from one list to another one option on the same list. Okay, just wanted to double check that. So yeah, this is nature tattoos are good, but you need to know what you're doing ahead of time. Monster tattoo, there's really one option. Uh, level 6, there's only one option. Eclipse is sort of the only option. Because unless you know you need lesser restoration, because even if you were to train out of it, most of the things that you would be trying to fix will be fixed over a long rest. And if they're not, you can always switch into Sunburst from Eclipse. Yeah, so Eclipse is sort of your only option at level 6, which feels bad. All right, that is the Tattooed Warrior Monk.